Welcome to The Holistic Entrepreneur with holistic nurse practitioner, success coach, and best-selling author, Bonnie Groessl. Bonnie and her expert guests share tips, tools, and strategies to achieve success on your holistic entrepreneur journey. Each show features answers to common entrepreneur challenges, along with a healthy dose of support and motivation. Now, please welcome the host of The Holistic Entrepreneur, Bonnie Groessl.
Well, welcome everyone. This is your host, Bonnie Groessl, here at The Holistic Entrepreneur. Now, today we're going to begin a series of episodes, a series of podcasts about content marketing. I mean, there's so much to talk about regarding content marketing that we're going to devote several episodes to this. Now, be sure that I'm still going to, on the first week of every month, do the group angel reading. And if I have a guest, I'll throw them in too as well. But this is part of the beginning of a series. And there are I think, 10 episodes that I have planned for this series. Now, I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to take a moment to thank all of you for spending your valuable time here with me on the show. I know that time is our most precious asset, so I always want to make sure that these shows are value-packed so that you feel your time was well spent. Being a holistic entrepreneur is really more about who you are than what you do. You come from that heart-centered place. You want to make a difference in the world. And perhaps that's why you've decided to join us on the show today. So if this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you've tuned in before, welcome back. I hope that you find this will be another great show with insights to help you on your entrepreneur journey. And make sure you check out the show page before you leave. As always, there are gifts for you there and links to connect with me as well. And we can connect on Facebook, or you can send me a message at bonniegroessl.com. I will also put our mnbglobalsolutions.com website link on there as well, because we're going to talk a little bit about that at the end of the show. I'd love to hear from you. Now, maybe you have a message to share. Even though I'm doing these episodes and it's a series and there's a bunch of things to do, I still want to meet new people and have guests on the show. So if you have something to share, reach out to me and let's see if you want to be a guest on the show. Now, a little disclaimer, I always want to mention this. The information presented here is educational, inspirational, and motivational in nature, but I always want you to just take what fits for you and simply let go of the rest. This show does not intend or imply to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. I always want to preface every show with that little caveat. Now, let's get into our topic for today. I'm so excited to talk about this. This is really the first in the series to talk about content marketing. Last week, we set the foundation when we talked about building rapport. Now, if you haven't listened to last week's show, you may want to go back and listen to that. Building rapport is something that integrates with all content marketing and actually marketing in general. I'm a firm believer that the best way to attract organic traffic is to provide valuable content and engage with your audience. I believe any entrepreneur can benefit from content marketing. Now, if you want leads fast and you don't really care if what quality the leads are, then paid advertising may be the way to go, and there's a place for that, certainly. But if your objective is to obtain qualified leads that turn into long-term relationships with customers, clients, patients that you love working with, then organic traffic wins, hands down. So in this 10-part series, we'll explore several forms and strategies around content marketing to help you build your business and acquire more clients and or patients to serve. Now, you want to be the only one that can provide something that no one else can provide. And that, in turn, elevates your brand into something that people want, not just a commodity. Remember, no one does what you do in the way you do it. So by becoming credible and an authoritative resource on topics that matter to your potential clients or customers, you become the expert, and your business is more likely to get discovered by the right audience, your ideal clients and patients, and earn the loyalty and trust that you deserve. And this allows you to strengthen your brand and customer relationships. Now, you can easily grow an active and engaged subscriber base by providing valuable content. And this, in turn, obviously increases your profits. So content marketing includes things like educational blogs and newsletters and ebooks and videos and podcasts and webinars and some other things as well. And we'll talk about each one of these things specifically in more detail in this series. Now, the best way to turn your product or service into a specialty is to differentiate yourself. No matter how many other people are doing it, you want to be the one who's different than everybody else. And content marketing does take a lot of work and persistence and patience, but content marketing can do that for you. Now, there's ways to make it easier for you to do and help and all of that. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. But today I want to get into our first episode, which is on blogging. And there's so much content here. I probably should have made 20 shows out of this instead of 10, but I'm trying to squeeze it in as much as I can for you. Now, let's talk about blogging. If you look at like 100 different successful marketing websites, you'll see that they're all doing something a little bit different. But the one thing that they always have in common is a blog. The best marketing experts know how important a blog is to bring in new patients and clients. In another segment, we'll talk about blogging in different formats like vlogs, which is video blogs, and podcasts, basically, which is audio blogs. A lot of healthcare providers, dental practices, and holistic entrepreneurs sometimes fail to have even a single post on their site. And the visitor may wonder if anybody's home. I mean, websites should be dynamic. We've talked about this before, meaning they should have new content. It should be changing all the time, not stagnant and seeming like no one's minding the store or even cares about their ideal clients or patients or customers. This is an essential element of content marketing that is so often missed, and it's a missed opportunity. Through valuable content, you can demonstrate your expertise, help you rank higher in search engines, and actively attract new ideal clients when they're looking for the answers to their questions and you have the answers for them. You can use blogs as part of your SEO strategy, your search engine optimization strategy, and that gets you higher in the rankings. You can provide value and give that value to others, your ideal client, by staying relevant and producing that content for them. You can become as the expert, the go-to in your business and the service you provide. Develop relationships, engagement, and those people convert into clients and patients. All of the major search engines love fresh content, right? Relevant content like blogging. It's always, it's the most straightforward and inexpensive method for your business. And it takes some time, but there's really little, if any, cost because it's really just your time. When a business creates a blog consistently, consistent is the key word here, they are consistently and constantly providing Google, Bing, Yahoo, and other search engines fresh content to be indexed with their robots, right? I advise to have a strategy and provide valuable information. And a good place to start is answering your FAQs. Those questions that you're providing answers to over and over and over again. Create some blogs about those. Give the answers in a different format so that the most people can get that. And then to get the biggest SEO boost and search engine optimization boost is to use keywords appropriately. Write keyword-rich blogs. Now, don't stuff a lot of keywords in, just for the sake of stuffing in keywords, because that won't work. They should be applicable to your topic, and your content should be easy to read. We're after human eyes too, not just the robots that search engines have. So it has to be readable. Keywords are seen by the robots more readily if they're in the headings and the subheadings, which are called H1 and H2. You'll find that if you do your own website stuff or your web development person will know that. And then add a call to action. Maybe an opt-in for a freebie, a way to connect with you, sharing the post, leaving a comment, somehow engaging. I think that's really important. And there's controversy about how long blogs should be. I mean, it's a choice point, and it also somewhat depends on your audience. Some sources say as much as 1,500 to 2,000 words for search engines to pick up enough of the keywords, with about 1,000 being that sweet spot. In early 2019, a research firm called Medium Research said that the best length is 1,600 words, which is about 7 to 8 minutes of reading time, and enough content for the robots to get enough keywords for them to scrub. Now, blogs should at least be 300 words for search engines to pick up those keywords. But you also want to provide valuable content that your reader will consume. So if you think your reader will read the really long blogs, go for it. But if the problem is that most times people don't want to read that long of a blog. It's like a magazine article. Life is busy, and unless your blog is super engaging, they probably won't read the whole thing. So some benefits of shorter blogs are that they're easier to read and they're easier to create because they're not as much work for you to write them. So you have to think about keeping it up. I mean, for most of us, a 1,000-word blog on a weekly basis is probably not going to happen because, maybe you want to set your sights on a shorter content creation so that you are consistent in doing it. Because with so many things, consistency is key here. If you plan to do a blog once a week, do it once a week. It's even better to make it on the same day of the week because people come to expect it. It's like tuning in to your favorite TV show on a weekly basis. So my opinion is to go for quality and not quantity. How long does it take you to get your point across? You can decide how long your blog should be based on the content and message that you're delivering and who your audience is. And if you have a lot to communicate, but you don't, want to do the long blogs, you want to keep it on the shorter side, then break it up into a series like I did with these podcasts. Blogs also help you to develop and strengthen relationships with existing and new clients. That consumer engagement. It's immensely important, and blogging provides you the opportunity to connect with your existing and potential clients in a more conversational way. Blogging is a good way to build that know, like, and trust factor, and by engaging in the comments section makes it even better. Blogs help you to establish yourself as an expert and an industry leader. It doesn't matter how small your business is or how new you are into it, blogging is a good way to build that clout in the industry. By providing valuable content and information on a regular basis, makes you the go-to resource in your particular niche, and that will lead you to more clients, patients, and customers. Content, like regular blogs, help to establish your brand. Brand awareness is immensely important. Blogging will give other people a sense of your standards, your business character, your voice, vision, personality, and of you and your business. And blogging creates opportunities for sharing. One of the most powerful benefits of blogging is the opportunity it creates for other people to share the link to your blog with others. And don't be afraid to ask them to share. People sometimes just don't think of it. And this creates the potential for viral traffic and exponential market growth. Repurposing your content is yet another benefit of blogging. You can repurpose your blog content into social media posts, videos for social sharing, or on your YouTube channel, regular newsletters to stay in connection with your clients and/or patients. Now, blogging does take time, just like anything in your marketing efforts. My husband, Mike, has been a professional writer for over 40 years. And one of the services that we offer is producing quality, keyword-rich content so that you can spend time doing what you do best. If you'd like to know more about our boutique content creation services at M&B Global Solutions, I did put the link in the show page below, and then just shoot me an email on the website or Facebook, and I have my schedule link there as well to set up a time to chat. Because even if you just have questions about how to go about this, I can only cover so much on the podcast because I'm trying to keep them less than 15 minutes. But if you've got other questions, reach out to me. I would love to chat with you. So all the links that you need are on the show page below. And until next time, I want you to believe that anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself.
You've been listening to The Holistic Entrepreneur, hosted by Bonnie Groessl. The Holistic Entrepreneur has been brought to you by M&B Global Solutions, your source for individualized coaching for entrepreneurs and authors, along with book editing and publishing services. To learn more, go to mandbglobalsolutions.com.